North Carolina's news leader. You're watching Pam Salisbury, David Crabtree, and meteorologist Greg Fisher with the live Doppler 5000 forecast on WRAL's 5 o'clock news.
Greg Fisher, without his Chinese food, is out at the DBAP.
The game isn't the only thing happening there tonight, eh, Greg?
Yeah, we're looking forward to a good ball game, but before that, we're going to be talking about clean air in North Carolina and some of the efforts to keep it cleaner this summer than it's been in past summers. To my left is Sheila Holman with the Division of Air Quality, and tonight is a big kickoff event here for an important project this summer.
Absolutely. Tonight we're kicking off the Triangle Coalition, and we are having some of our coalition members out from the business and industry in the Triangle, and we have our secretary here tonight, Secretary Wayne McDevitt, and also Secretary Norris Tolson from the Department of Transportation, and basically to get everybody energized about this summer's program, and also to try and reach some of the general public and start doing the education on what ground level ozone is and how to get the forecast each day and so forth.
Okay, and all these companies are on days when ozone is predicted to be at an unhealthful level are going to be telling their employees to take certain actions to help reduce that level.
Right. It's a voluntary program, but it's basically asking everybody to do their part. The companies will hopefully have their own plans as what the company will do on an operational level, and then they'll also ask their employees to drive less, carpool, take transit, and basically try and eliminate some of the activities that cause ozone pollution.
Okay, very good. Sheila, thank you very much. And we're going to be hopefully talking to the secretary of your department here in about an hour. We'll see if we can't pull that off, and we'll let you know more about things that you can do to help out with this program in reducing smog and air pollutants this summer. All right, let's quickly go to the review of the satellite and the radar imagery over the southeastern U.S. And you can certainly see a lot of clouds, but thankfully the clouds over North Carolina were non-productive today in terms of rain, so we had another nice day. It does look like some of the rain out to our west will be heading eastward and affecting us later on tomorrow into Friday. Let's take a look at temperatures across the southeast. A little warmer than they were yesterday, but still on balance below normal across much of the southeast. Currently at RDU at this hour, there is some sunshine through some high clouds, 70. The humidity is low. The winds are south of 10, and the pressure 30, 25, and falling. Let's go to the instant weather net, and today our site is out of... Got to look at this closely. Irwin Middle School at Fort Bragg. They're at 75 right now. Earlier this afternoon up to 77, and their humidity nice and low as well. Weather school question for this Wednesday. Aircraft pilots have reported hail in clear air outside of thunderstorms. Is that true or false? We'll have the answer in a half hour. Forecast for tonight, variably cloudy, 53. Should be a dry trek to work or school tomorrow morning, but then as we head through the afternoon, an increasing chance of rain with a high of 70. Same thing through the afternoon rush, and then the rain ending early Friday, maybe some clearing by the end of the day. We'll have more on the weekend coming up at 5:30 and 6. Back to you.
Okay, enjoy your day out there.
I will try.
Thanks, Greg.
Well, tonight, business leaders are pitching their plans for cleaner air in the Triangle.
The Ozone Action Program kicks off in just a couple of minutes. WRAL's Greg Fisher joins us now live from the DBAP. Greg?
Yes, a lot of the businesses that are participating in this coalition voluntarily are going to be streaming in here in just a few minutes. And these are businesses in the Triangle area that are committed to taking some voluntary actions to make our air cleaner this summer. Now, we all hear about ozone and the depletion of it in the stratosphere, and that being a problem. But sometimes we can get too much of it here in the lower troposphere where we live. And children and elderly and people that have respiratory problems can really have a hard time when those levels get too high. And the EPA is toughened up the standard a little bit this year, and so that's something that's going to be watched very carefully by the Division of Air Quality. And when it looks like those levels will exceed the EPA standard, then they will issue ozone warnings in effect, which we will pass along to you the day before so that you can take some action to help the levels stay low, or at least lower than they would otherwise be. Some of the things that are mentioned behind me here, things like taking your lunch so you don't have to drive somewhere to lunch. If you're going to refuel your car, do it after 6 o'clock at night, because the formation of ozone is most favored during the middle part of the day when it's hottest. Keep your car tuned up. Conserve electricity, try not to mow the lawn, or if you're going to, don't do it until the evening. All these are things that you can do as an individual citizen to help reduce the ozone levels on the days that it is a concern. Now, let's get to the weather, because we certainly have clean air out here today and no precipitation around. We'll show you the big view of North America, and you can see that there are clouds across the southeast, but they're the high, thin cirrus type that still allows a lot of sunshine to get through. But this system that's been spinning its wheels in Kansas for several days now is finally going to make a run to the east and give us a better chance of rain beginning tomorrow, especially in the afternoon and night. Let's go to the temperatures across North America now, and you can see that pocket of cool air in the middle part of the country. It's been sitting there all week long, and it doesn't look like we're going to be getting any of the cool air, but some of the rain in association with this will be heading our way. Let's go on ahead and take a look at the stats at the RDU airport as they were shortly before 5:70 with a south wind at 10. Answer the weather school question quickly. Yes, hail has been observed in clear air outside of thunderstorms. The hail is generated within the thunderstorm, but sometimes it is rather violently thrown out of it, and in clear air it has been observed by pilots. Tonight, variably cloudy, 53 during the wake-up hour. Looks like it'll be mostly cloudy, and then a good chance of rain coming in during the afternoon in the form of showers, and that'll continue into tomorrow night. The high temperature around 70. We hope that we can get some clearing here before Friday is over. The weekend outlook looks a little better, maybe not so much rain Saturday, and a better chance coming up Sunday. We should know more about that tomorrow. We'll have more on all of this air quality and ozone stuff coming up at 6 o'clock. Back to you.
Okay, Greg, thanks.
Anytime you go to the DBAP for a ball game, you can expect to do a lot of things. Tonight, even talking about air quality.
The air up there and all around us. Greg, who do you have with you tonight?
Well, I've got Wayne McDevitt to my left here, who is the Secretary of Environment and Natural Resources for North Carolina. And Wayne, I think this is a program that you're really excited about.
Greg, we really are. We really are. It's the number one air quality concern in North Carolina is smog, and particularly the ozone pollutant in smog. So this is an effort by the state of North Carolina and many businesses in this area and local governments to form a coalition to make people aware of the dangers of that ground level ozone. Mm-hmm. You do a wonderful job with your viewers of making them aware of kind of the difference between the good ozone, that is the high level ozone that protects us from the harmful solar rays.
Right.
But particularly this ground level ozone is harmful, and particularly harmful to children and the elderly and people with asthma and other kinds of respiratory problems, and really even people who work outdoors.
Right.
And so, yeah, we're particularly excited about this day, and because it is the springboard now as we now begin these ozone alerts.
Right.
May through September. The Division of Air Quality now will do these ozone alerts at 3 o'clock every day in a forecast way, so that
Right.
we're telling about tomorrow.
Right, and we'll be excited about passing that along. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Great.
And
Thank you.
Look forward to visiting with you downstairs in a few minutes. All righty. Let's go on ahead and take a look at what's going on weather-wise. Another nice day, not quite as stellar as yesterday, but still no big complaints here. 71 the official high, still a bit below normal for this time of year. Right now at the airport, the temperature is still up there at 68, a nice low humidity and a south wind. Let's go on to temperatures across the state at this hour, and you can see a mixture of 60s and 70s, and 157 out there at Grandfather Mountain. Going in a little closer to the instant weather net, you'll notice that readings are comfortable. Again, a bit cooler than they should be for this time of year, but nothing outrageously cool. And going in a little bit tighter to add a few stations, you'll notice that the readings here are for the most part in the lower 70s. Let's now broaden the temperature view across the southeast, and again, you can see that pocket of cool air out in the Kansas and Oklahoma that's been sitting there spinning its wheels all week. Not quite as cool as yesterday's 40s, but still, I don't think anybody in Oklahoma City is terribly thrilled with 54. Let's go on now and take a look at the satellite and the radar imagery, and you can certainly see the clouds around North Carolina today, but they were non-precipitation producing clouds. We think the echoes that you see out to the west across Kentucky and Tennessee and down into Alabama, those are the ones that will be coming in here as we head toward later tomorrow into early Friday. Now, let's take a look at how systems should be moving. That warm front tomorrow morning will be approaching North Carolina from the southwest, and as it gets closer, the rain chance will increase, and then late tomorrow and tomorrow night, there could even be a few thunderstorms around as we get into the warm, moist, unstable air, and then hopefully the front will push east and allow us to get some clearing for Friday. The weekend doesn't look quite as bad as it did last night, and we'll talk more about that in just a few minutes. For tonight, it'll be variably cloudy, pleasant. Come on out to the ball game and enjoy yourself, the low 53. Then during the morning rush, it looks dry, but as we head into the afternoon, a growing chance of showers with a high temperature around 70, and then the showers will still be with us late in the day and on into tomorrow night, maybe a thunderstorm as well. We think whatever showers are left over will end early Friday, followed by some partial clearing. Most, if not all, of Saturday could be dry, and then a growing chance of thunderstorms as we head towards Sunday afternoon and Sunday night. So the weekend still may have some rain within it, but it doesn't look quite as threatening as it did last night. So the air is clean here tonight. We got a lot of committed companies down here that are going to try to help it stay that way this summer. Back to you.
And we like that. All right, Greg, thanks.
You betcha.
Maybe the fish can bring us back some baseball food, park food.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? I'll bet he will not unless he's just hearing us now. Hey.
Well, starting this summer, we'll be providing ozone forecasts for the first time. Today was North Carolina Air Awareness Day at the DBAP. Before the game, people got a chance to learn about the forecasting program, what ozone is, and what the Triangle will do to combat the air pollution problem. Visitors who stopped by the booth also got some free stuff.
Yeah, and then they got to see baseball, which is a pretty cool deal. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
You're watching the team with experience that's working for you. This is News Channel 11, ABC. You're watching the team with experience that's working for you. Larry Stogner, Miriam Thomas, meteorologist Jeff Hill, and Drew Smith on sports. This is News Channel 11, ABC.
You might have noticed smog is getting worse in the Triangle as more cars clog our streets and highways.
But as News Channel 11's Cassie Vogel reports tonight, there are some things you can do to help.
Traffic. It's a fact of life in the Triangle, but it can be more than just a nuisance. It's affecting the air we breathe.
Even if two people carpool to Durham every day from Raleigh, because I drive from Durham and I ride by myself every day. So yeah, I think we'll cut on pollution a lot and definitely on traffic. Come on in. Hope you enjoy the game.
The problem is the #1 concern of state environmental officials, so they're bringing the message out to the public. At the Durham Bulls game, they handed out free water bottles and pamphlets describing what folks can do to cut down on smog.
There's a number of things they can do. They can drive less, they can carpool, they can use bikes and walk more. But they can also keep their cars tuned and adjust their thermostats and not top off their gas tanks and do a number of things. They can mow their yards after 6 o'clock and just a number of things that are fairly simple, and we're just trying to make people aware of what they can do.
But are people willing to change their lives now to improve air quality in the future?
Personally, for my situation, I don't have a lot of time, so I come home late and I mow it whenever I can. So, but I think people who have the option would be willing to try it.
I want it to stay beautiful. I like living here, and if it turns into an LA or something like that, I want to move.
And there are certain days in the summer when air quality is at its worst, and that is when it is crucial for everyone to pitch in to help. You can find out if it's an ozone action day by calling 1-888-RU4-NC-AIR. And Miriam, last summer, folks in Charlotte and Winston-Salem took part in this program, and there was a measurable difference in air pollution there.
We may be forced to do that, if not voluntarily, I suppose.
Looks like it.
All right, thanks a lot, Cassie. That's interesting.